On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 60
Now Jones. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, this defense for the Texans, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing Jones. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41.
25, check 25, check 25. Slam.
Now a give, running left is Harris. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Smith. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. This defense for the Patriots, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Steps away to his left. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Check. 53.
From the gun, Minshew to throw.
Get him.
And a throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Pats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the carry, here's Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 44 yards on the ground for him so far. This defense for the Pats, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On second down, here's Smith, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Patriots, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On second down now, it's Smith. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the run, it's Smith. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, Heavy.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run. This defense for the Pats, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On second down, it's Smith, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
3 down. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Watch twist.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
On 4th down, Minshew. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
I got you. 53
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Minshew. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Miller. Touchdown, Texans. Scotty Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. And this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll start the drive with Harris. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means
under pressure, and they got to him again. Malik Collins in there to drop him in sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Flacco looking for his first toss. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19. Don't let him free. Play that tight deep. Don't let him.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Trap 60, trap 60. Guys, out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
We own them. We own them. Mike 56, Mike 56. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T. 56, the Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You can see the thought process there. With his speed, they were hoping he could pop one. Instead, the coverage was good, and they forced the incompletion.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a throw here to his running back. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go, here we go. 53 is Mike.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. And this throw will be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. Room here to run. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point right down the middle, and a rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
All day, all day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. 53 Mike. Check.
Now Minshew.
Hey, watch the slant.
It's Miller, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Minshew sets to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to find Miller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
56. Mike's 56. Get ready, get ready, get ready. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. All day, just like that, just like that. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Here's Minshew. Rolling to his left. Out to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. 14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on 1st down. Off play action. Jones under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney merciless, barreling in for the sack. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. You ain't going nowhere. Big Dad.
A final shot before break. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
On second down, Minshew. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Flush to his right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Good work by Minshew there to pick up the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0. Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Come on, D. Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. D. Slam.
He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score, at least where it is.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Jonnu Smith spent 4 productive years in Tennessee, but really broke out in 2020 with a career-high 41 catches and 8 touchdowns. They really love his ability to get downfield.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking to throw. Jones. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Curtis Weaver in there to drop him for a loss on the play. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, You're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
A gain there of 21 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. They'll swing this out to Tony. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Watch the back. 70 range, 70 range. 35 to Mike.
Back to throw again. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Switch. Watch the safety cream.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm trying to collect. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
They're going to look to throw. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Barmore in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Mike, 53. Mike. Let's put him on the bus.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check three.
On second down now, it's Smith. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
I'm coming after you. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Here we go, G. 53 is the mic.
Minshew throwing on third down. And my goodness, another interception. Reuben Foster picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off the pass.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And he will have a Patriots first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. They run the counter. It's Harris. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
You're trash. You're trash.
Back to throw. Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Zach Cunningham picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
35. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
From the gun, Jones. Forced out to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They keep it with Smith on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. The defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still think so.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And he'll be brought third down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got it there.
A first down carry for Smith. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Matt Judon, the former Raven, there on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Running left, it's Smith. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Let's go, D. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone.